Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Ryan Mackey. It is my honor, my privilege to welcome you to the 4th edition of the Gates Business Channel Summit for Southeast Asia. As all of you understand, needing no explanation, we had a 2.5-year pause between events, but we know COVID-19 has completely transformed the landscape. It's pushed companies past the tipping point in technology to the point of no return. And in so many ways, the channel community in our industry is sitting at the center of that transformation. So now more than ever, we think it's a critical moment for all of us to come together again for face-to-face meetings. Yes, it's maybe fist bump instead of handshake. Yes, it's masked face in some cases, but it is face-to-face nonetheless. All of us understand what we've done, the revolution in home working. All of us understand virtual teams and communications platforms. But still, at the end of the day, even in our industry, it is people at the center. So I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you all for joining us for the 4th edition of the Gates Business Channel Summit. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping announcements, if you would please. We are doing our best to follow the COVID-safe plan. We ask everyone who joins us inside for the conference to wear masks, if you would please. Those who come join us on stage for keynote speeches, we give them the opportunity to wear the mask or not. Once we're outside, we have social networking, a cocktail reception. We're going to have a gala dinner tomorrow evening in the Rama Theater. That's naturally a little bit more socially distanced, naturally open air. So you decide whatever makes you more comfortable to leave the mask on or to take it off. So I want to thank you in this unusual time for joining us back here again. I look out in the room, I see a lot of familiar faces. A warm welcome back. This is a year where we also live streaming. So for those who are dialing in from their offices in Bangkok or at home in Singapore, welcome to you. For those of you at the event who wanted to share the link perhaps with some colleagues or friends, we have published that on LinkedIn. We've put that on Twitter. You can simply search YouTube for the Gates Summit webpage, and you can share that link so colleagues and friends can also follow the conference virtually. And I know some of you are joining us here for the very first time. We think you'll find it's, in many ways, a better way of doing business. At one place, one time, we bring the decision makers and the channel leaders together from across the region. This is an opportunity, of course, for face-to-face, for the one-on-one meetings. It is also an opportunity for the conference here, for you to hear from some of the top voices in the industry. It is their insight, their experience that might help us bring the business to the next level in a more efficient, more profitable, more cooperative way. And above all else, it's about social networking. It's about reconnecting with partners and peers. It's about new prospects. It's about continuing the relationships that drive our business. So I want to welcome you all one more time. Before we kick off with our opening keynote, we are blessed to have as a knowledge partner, IDC, a leader in the business and unrivaled in their ability to collect research and to sort through all of that and to help give us a clearer picture in a macro sense of the trends, directions, opportunities, and challenges in the industry. So if you would join me in welcoming to the stage the Managing Director from IDC ASEAN, our opening keynote speaker, ladies and gentlemen, Sudev Banka. Sudev.
All right. Very good afternoon, everyone. Everyone feeling okay? I want to say welcome to sunny Bali because I'm the first keynote. I feel I should say that. And I hope that for the next 3 days we have a lot of sun so we can enjoy Bali as well. So my name is Sudev. I'm from International Data Corporation. So we're a market research and consultancy organization. I'm not forgetting the live stream people. A very good afternoon to all of you over there. So while we sit in this more enclosed area, away from the temptation of the sun, sea, sand, surf. You know, if you watch Baywatch, you'll get that reference. I'm going to take 25 minutes to talk to you about what we see is extremely important for partners such as yourselves right now to address to the new age customer. Because more and more as we look into our research, more and more as we expound into understanding how customers are digitally transforming and looking into resiliency and ensuring that they want to be what is called a future enterprise, we are seeing a difference in terms of how they are engaging with partners such as yourself. So I'm going to take that time, 25 minutes, I promise, and then we can get to the next presentation. And if you have further questions, of course, I'm going to be around the next 2 days. And in fact, tomorrow, my colleague, who's the country manager of IDC Indonesia, she's going to be on a panel. In fact, ask her the hard questions, don't ask me the hard questions. And then we'll take it from there. So we'll start, though, with a bit of the backdrop of what we see 2022 has been. And I think all of you are aware of that. When you think about the past 2 years, just when we hit 2022, we thought, okay, maybe finally there's light at the end of the tunnel, economies were opening up, then all of a sudden we had geopolitical tensions, we started talking about inflation, interest rate hikes were occurring. It was a very scary time for all of us. In fact, the past 6 months have been like a roller coaster. And we are off the edge, again, of a pandemic, moving towards even the tech stock crunch over in China that had ramifications across into Southeast Asia as well. All of you here, if you're a distributor, you're a dealer, you're a principal, all of you would have felt that repercussion of anything from China all the way to global tensions. So that's the backdrop of where we are right now. When we sit there and we look at even your customers, that feeling into, is my supply chain going to be broken again? Are my processes going to be able to stave off whatever unfortunate event is going to occur again in 2022? It is that thinking that is driving the next level and the next point of adoption for enterprises. The good news is this, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit small, I'll talk you through it. The good news is this, in Southeast Asia, we're seeing digital economy to continue to be the #1 focal talking point of every government in Southeast Asia. That's very good news. Now, this was the point maybe from 2017, 2018, we did see that as well, but it accelerated again. Why did it accelerate? 2020 lockdowns, 2021 lockdowns, the governments realized they could not operate. They could not talk to businesses, they could not communicate with businesses, import-export was all over the place. You would have felt it. Shipments were stuck somewhere. We could not fulfill servers. We couldn't fulfill laptops. We couldn't fulfill phones. There was a shortage of everything. And in fact, we are still feeling it up to today. So digital economy, a way to process things and innovate, utilizing digital, that is #1 at the fore of governments. And you can see from our data on this, on the right-hand side, the majority of governments right now in Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific as well, down to Southeast Asia, if you look at majority of economies, the #1 area they're trying to infuse into digital is around economic policies. Second is around artificial intelligence. When we look at AI and we understand how that's going to impact digital, how that's impacting businesses on a day-to-day basis, that is something that most governments are waking up to and trying to look at policies that are going to help to enable that. And then, of course, we have X-Tech, anything, edutech, agri-tech, health tech, whatever tech, right? You guys have heard that too. That is emerging in a large way, driven by a lot of startup organizations to want to deliver very differently towards an ecosystem of partners and end users as well. So this is a very exciting time. But the exciting times are called spending occurred. We talked about accelerated digital transformation. All of you have heard that. And as we move towards accelerated digital transformation and we started staring at outcomes over the past couple of years, then we started to see it was very short-term focus to actually just plug a gap somewhere. Now that transition into something further down the line, resiliency transitioning towards future enterprise. Now that's the goal we're seeing right now as a roadmap over the next 3 to 5 years. So we surveyed out the Southeast Asian businesses. You can take a look at that. What's the greatest impact to ASEAN businesses over the next 6 months towards the end of the year? This is a very new statistic in June of 2022. You can see rising costs, inflation, geopolitical tensions have topped the list, but new COVID variants continue to be a large concern for enterprises. So that's what's pushing a lot of the digitalization effort at this point. However, the optimism across for 90% of ASEAN enterprises continue to be there. The idea that the economies of the countries are not going to lock down again. And we're going to continue to move forward just in a very different and new economy. And it is this new economy, again, I'll repeat, is where you come in a very pivotal role to support the customers to succeed. So top business priorities, you can see business resiliency. That is something that I brought up earlier on. I'll expound on that on the second half of my presentation. So new investments are on the horizon, again feeding into the idea around resiliency. When you talk about the role of the CIO, and I always joke about this, the one thing that's always changing is the role of the CIO. Kasian juga ya CIO. When I think about CIOs and how they're constantly changing in terms of what they're doing. We go back 10 years ago, we go back to 2012, we look at when cloud was first introduced into a lot of enterprises, and how CIOs started to have to think in a very different way. But they were very technology-centric in terms of what they're doing. Cloud, big data, right? How do I get my business on social? How do I actually infuse mobility into my enterprises? But it wasn't integrated. Now we look around integration. And when we look at the new future enterprises, is business units which are orchestrated. So that's the next 2 years. If you look towards this way, the CIO role in the next 2 years is one that orchestrates DX, orchestrates digital transformation. Now, orchestration is a little bit different from leading. Now, leading could just be a chief, a figurehead, somebody who's sitting there and saying, okay, this is what we need to do. Orchestrating is understanding all the different business units and bringing it together with technology. And this is where partners such as yourselves become really important to work hand in hand with them, because they're going to ask you the difficult questions. They're going to ask you those questions and say, how do I do this? How do I make sure that I can provide a service framework towards my internal stakeholders that is going to satisfy them? How do I then make sure my business units can deliver out to their customers and be happy with our service as well, irrespective of situation, irrespective of environment, irrespective of economy? So these are the questions you are going to get. So there are 7 areas of which we see are going to be top of mind for spending for enterprises. I'm not going to go through all 7, otherwise we'll be here until 7 at night. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to highlight a few. Now, the first one I'll highlight is around digital ecosystem. So more and more, you're seeing enterprises, because the line between sectors and industries are blurring. Sometimes a telco can be a bank can be a connectivity company. There's so many things which are going on. Digital ecosystems is a part of which we feel that organizations are trending to, so that they don't have to spend so much to build. So partnerships within digital ecosystems are very important. The next area I'm going to highlight is intelligence on demand. Now, intelligence on demand is a given at this point. Information at my fingertips. How do I collate the data? How do I pull and extract the right information and utilize that for my enterprise? Intelligence on demand is something we see growing. As you saw, even governments are paying attention to AI policies, which will tie into even data sharing policies across digital ecosystems for countries. So they're starting to look into that. And in fact, some countries have already started to implement that. So we're really excited about that growth around that area. But that leads into the other point below that, cybersecurity and risk. Now, cybersecurity and risk, it's becoming so terrible these days, isn't it? I mean, when you look at enterprises and the amount of risk they go through at this point in time, or whether they recognize the type of risk that they're going through, cybersecurity and risk has become a top 5 area of spending for Southeast Asian organizations right now. When they talk to you, you could be an SI, you could be a VAR, you could be anything. But one of the areas they love to talk about now is that as an enterprise with my architecture and my infrastructure, how do you help me secure this? So that's an area of interest that's going to be haunting a lot of the discussions that you're having right now. And the final part around workforce outlook as well as customer engagement, I think that's also a given. The way people are working now, how they're operating, the difference in terms of working a physical, virtual lifestyle, that's integrated over the past couple of years, and they don't want to lose that, so enterprises have to look out to see how do they support their workers in that environment, and ultimately their customers as well. So I'll move to the second part of my presentation, another 270 slides. What does this all mean to you at the end of the day? Well, the first part is that I'm going to rewind a little bit 2 years ago. Now, cloud has really driven a very different train of thought for a lot of organizations out there. a lot of them start talking about cloud-first strategy. A lot of them start thinking about infrastructure modernization without truly knowing what infrastructure modernization is about. Then they started talking about hybrid environments, and they started talking to all of you and saying that, can my data center actually support a hybrid environment? Am I on the right path? So the scalability discussion is there. You can see the number one area why they're investing and what's driving cloud adoption at this point is new technology. The need to scale, the need to actually be able to put an AI application, the need for me to actually put a service workflow application, the need to respond to customers. Now, this is an area their previous infrastructure was not allowing them to achieve. So digital transformation as a second point. Cost savings actually used to be number one around cloud. Now we're looking at it, and it's in fact, I would say it's number 4 now, right? You're saying, oh, okay, number 3, very close to cloud-first strategy, which is number 4. But you can see as a second important point, that's where cost savings and cloud-first strategy actually comes out. So there's a very different thought process right now from enterprises. And it's really important for all of you here to understand where those enterprises are in terms of their journey of digitalization. And that's why I put this up here. And this is something I know is really small here, but we will share this out with you. Because when you map out the organization you're working with, it's going to be very critical on the type of discussion points you're going to have with them when it comes to their expenditure on IT. Are they purely looking at business continuity at this point? Are they moving towards business resiliency? Are they trying to be targeted in their investments, or are they actually trying to become a future enterprise? But the goal ultimately is to drive them through this curve, because you do want them to be resilient, you do want them to be a future enterprise, you do want them to be seamless in their everything they do, whether they're working in a digital ecosystem or whether they're delivering to their customers. So it's really important to understand where they are on this curve. And when you speak with them, the right questions need to come up to say, what are your investments entailing? What is the objective? What are the goals? And what is going to ultimately be the end game for your enterprise in undergoing this transformation? So new customer demands in a digital world. Now, everything I just said, that's mapped out on the left side. Customer demands, and customers are very demanding, as all of you would know. Customers tend to be very demanding. They want someone innovative. They want someone to hold their hand. They want some consultation. They want you to be cheap. They want you to be effective. They want all these things from you. Is that going to go away? No, unfortunately not. That is a demand that's going to continue to churn over time. It's going to continue to be there. It's like a chugging train that's not going to go away. Now, for you, as a partner, for you, a new model has emerged in terms of how you interact with them. Now, a lot of it has to do with their customer. If you notice, a lot of the discussions you're having today beyond tech, just beyond technology, a lot of it has to do with their customer. We're talking about profitability, that remains. We're talking about cost savings, that's going to remain. But again, the top bracket over there around transformation and new technology adoption, which has to do with AI applications and churning of data, is to ultimately be able to serve better to my customer. So whatever approach you have to keep in mind the end person here, which is going to be your customer's customer. And that's the slide at the end of it. I have a little bit of a summary for you to take away when you start thinking about your customer's customer. There's going to be a new set of buying criteria, and you can see here. Now, the ones in gray is basically how you would have sold before, right? When you talk about business IT buying criteria as well as IT challenges, that's a very archaic way of how things used to sell. I'm not saying they're going away. They're going to continue to be there. The justification around it for finance in terms of buying criteria, that's going to remain. There's still going to be discussions around that. Around revenue growth, that is going to be constant and is going to remain as well. But the finality of it, as you move towards the blue arrows here, business priorities now is around agility. How fast can my business ramp up, ramp down? How agile can I be to adapt to different situations? Finally, how do I become innovative? And that's what governments want, by the way. Is that a cue to get off stage, by the way? Right? No, just kidding. Right? But that's what governments want, by the way, because innovation ultimately is productization on digital that contributes to the digital economy. That's the equation, basically. So they want to encourage that, and that's why there's a lot of ask now on how to be innovative in my business, not just in processes, but in production as well. So that's one. IT priorities, you can see customer experience. That's the end game here. Customer internal and external. Internal stakeholders who are getting so upset with IT and saying, why can't this be seamless? Why can't this be faster? Why can't I pull this data out? I don't understand this. Now, IT priorities are going that way too. How do I satisfy my customer? You talk about buying criteria, improve business outcomes, which ultimately ties in and intersects with customer experience as well. And improve customer experience ultimately is going to benefit from a revenue standpoint. And then finally, IT challenges. One of the very key areas they're looking for in their partners is that you are able to transfer a lot of skill sets to them as well. You're able to transfer a lot of knowledge to them. They're going to talk to you and say, how do I do this? Can you help to train my IT team? Can you please be there to support us so that we can learn from this and beyond? So that's the new partner engagement model here in terms of buying. And the tenets of partner transformation, innovation focus. Now, there's a lot of words here. Again, we're going to share this with you, but just look at Transform DX partner area. This is your goal right here. This part. This is the goal of who you should be as a partner. Someone is going to be able to interact across the C-suite. Someone is going to be very customer-focused in terms of solution provisioning. All those discussions are going to be very much innovation-driven towards what their end goal and revenue growth is going to be. So these are the areas where I would implore all of you perhaps to have those discussions and see how you are set up to actually achieve this, because we see the next revenue bucket over the next 5 years to be very driven by this area of Transform DX partners. In closing, this is the slide I was talking about very early on around making sure that whatever you do, whoever you're talking to, is about your customer's customer. We want to pull them into the CX loop. There are 3 A's that I always tell everyone to pay attention to. You need an advisor, you need an adjunct, and you need an advocate. And ultimately, the advocate is someone who's going to support you in terms of helping you to also develop further within your organization. And that's what the customer requires too. When they speak to you, they don't need just somebody is going to drop in a solution. They need someone who's going to advocate their business, provide advisory, and also be part and adjunct towards their IT implementation or digital transformation goals. So it's a little bit different from just dropping a box or dropping a solution and moving away. And I'm not saying that's what you do right now, but we have seen also from our data that a lot of customers are trending more, and you see more dollars spent towards partners that are able to address those 3 A's that I mentioned. And ultimately, when you get them into this loop, because the output of it goes towards their customer, it comes back to you because they enjoy being part of your ecosystem in supplying to them. So it's a little bit of an infinity loop that we want to get you into. And ultimately, again, once you address your customer's customer, that's how you fall into this nice loop and continue to do business with them over the next few years. So with that, I'm going to keep quiet now, as I promised. I won't do 270 slides for you. But if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to do it. But ask Mavira the hard questions. So thank you very much, and have a great conference over the next couple of days. Thank you.
That was a great way to kick off the Gates conference after 2.5 years away. You covered a lot of ground in just 25 minutes, so I will repeat one more time that you are with us over the course of the event, but also Mavira, if you would just stand up to identify yourself, Mavira. She is the country head for IDC here in Indonesia. She will join us on the panel discussion tomorrow. But these two welcome the opportunity, of course, to continue the conversation. We will be making that PowerPoint available as download in PDF format after the event, okay? Moving forward, our next keynote presentation comes from one of our vendor sponsors. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, if you would please, the Strategic Solutions Sales Lead for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise NextPoint. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please, if you would, for Shanti Octavia. Shanti.
Test. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to be here. I'm Shanti Octavia. Currently, I'm in charge as a strategic solution sales lead at HPE Poinex. Grow and emerging market in HPE Poinex, we handle several countries like Indonesia, Philippines, and then Malaysia, until the Southeast Asia. Right now, I will represent regarding the HPE Edge to Cloud platform as a services company. HPE Poinex is one of the army from the services in HPE. So please take note. My presentation will be rolled up in the next 3 years, right? So we change without notice. What the innovation from us to become the cloud edge to cloud company as a services, we are together with our partner create the modernized with a cloud experience everywhere. Together with our partner ecosystem, help you transform, modernize your multi-gen IT, and bring the modern cloud experience to you, and develop solution to accelerate of business outcome, right? We understand the challenge of the cloud adoption right now is the more than 55% will be replaced with the outdated models by the next year, 2023. Cloud is not the destination, but rather than experience. Organization will have transformed to realize value from the investment, transform include modernized application, and also hybrid cloud will create the complexities that need to be simplified. That's our homework. So after that, we do the innovation to create the cloud operation model. We bring the advantage from the public cloud experience and the on-premise control. What the experience is the public cloud services, is the cloud experience, cloud economy, automation, and scalability. And of course, we bring the advantage from the on-premise control, like a performance, fit for purpose, and optimized TCO. So we bring the work together to become the cloud everywhere on your terms. The cloud is the HPE GreenLake Edge to Cloud platform. HPE GreenLake Edge to Cloud platform is the one of the kind of the solution from the HPE Poinex. You can put your security compliance at there, analytic, AI, machine learning, your infrastructure, until the networking, compute, and storage with the one of the platform at there. And of course, we understand the complexity from the whole the solution can put in our platform, HPE GreenLake. So we offer you the advisory services with our partner. Yeah, we give you the highest managed services with 24/7, and we understand also about if the organization will be all the vendor together in our solution, it will be the huge price, right? So that's why we will give you invest in upfront for the financial services, so you can pay as per use with us. How to redefine the experience with the HPE GreenLake Central? We create the one advanced solution software, call it the HPE GreenLake Central, which is you can see the all thing environment you are put and doing infrastructure in our solution HPE GreenLake platform. You can see the cost optimization, what's the scalability, and then simple and fast for the developer to spin up resource. Yeah, and also you can see the few monthly cost billing. I will take 2 minutes from you to see my video regarding what GreenLake Central can doing. Right.
HPE GreenLake Central is the hub of HPE GreenLake, providing a common interface for all the services that we've subscribed to. One of the key benefits of the platform is the ability to view and manage cost and capacity for HPE GreenLake services. Let's take a look at how we do this. We'll start by logging into HPE GreenLake Central platform. Here we see widgets for all the HPE GreenLake services that we're subscribed to, as well as any trials that may be available to us. Each widget provides high-level KPIs that make it easy to keep tabs on our HPE GreenLake environment. such as overall cost and capacity, or the status of specific services that are active, such as VMs or containers. Let's first take a look at our cost. This widget shows us a high-level view of our monthly charges. If we want to drill down into more detail, we click on the Details link at the bottom. Here we see the monthly charges report, which is based on the metered usage of each HP GreenLake service that we're consuming. From the pull-down menu, we'll select the account we're interested in. Then we'll choose the billing period we want to display. Now we have the option to display the report using the billing units or capacity units. We'll leave it as billing units. The monthly charges reports aggregates billing and usage information by location and service type. A plus sign next to an item indicates that there is more granular information available to view. Click the plus sign next to the 4 columns location to drill down. Here you see that there are compute costs associated with 3 different HP GreenLake services: Microsoft Azure Stack, our container, and virtual machine environments. Click on Virtual Machines as the Service Compute to get more details. Now we see more specifics such as how much capacity is installed, how much capacity we've committed to, and how much compute capacity our virtual machine environment is using for this location. This level of cost transparency is really powerful and unique in the industry. Now let's return back to the main dashboard by clicking on the Home button on the upper left corner. The Tracked Cost widget gives us a way to quickly view where we are spending the most money based on configurable parameters. In this view, we see our top costs by service category, such as compute, storage, or networking. To change the view, click on the settings icon at the top right of the widget. Click on the group by field. Select Provider. Click Save. Since HP GreenLake Central has the ability to aggregate cost and usage information both from HP GreenLake and public cloud subscriptions, this view shows us how much we're spending across multiple providers. Now we get a different lens into our spending with aggregated costs for HP GreenLake, AWS, and Microsoft Azure. HP GreenLake Central provides an automated, powerful way to gain holistic visibility across our hybrid environment.
So, HP GreenLake is secure by design. As you can see, they provide a secure cloud experience to our partner, to our clients. The infrastructure and services are based upon zero trust principle. And also use identify and privilege as a foundational principle. Logs all management activity for audit the purpose. Is a custodian, you can bring your own key and bring your own license. The customer can retain the ownership, the data, the always. Right. See if the HP GreenLake Edge Cloud platform is right for you. Talking regarding the advisory services, we offer the free for our partner and also for our end user. Together with our partner, our expert will be deep dive, go proactive to you to evaluate together your current IT status agents, key business objective, and also identify a great area for improvement. Also after that, we can create the blueprint for you, create the map right for you for the next 3 years or the next 5 years. But even though the workshop is free, but we have the term and condition. We wanted to join the workshop, it must be the KPC level. Why? It's simply because the KPC level know about the vision and mission for the next organization, right? So you can schedule this one with our end user, and you can drop us the email regarding the transformation workshops. This is a charge for fee for our partner. We understand talking about that we can create the private cloud, right? You need more than a cloud. You need co-innovators, because we believe with the partnership we can 50% grow together based on the organization. So we decided to create the partner ecosystem. We're building the partner ecosystem. We're not only talking regarding HP product in here, right? In the HP GreenLake, you can put all the provider. As you can see, we have the Nutanix for the workload, Google, and the Azure, Zerto, Red Hat. But Zerto, we already acquired in the last year by 2021. Right, because rather than the market experience, more than 80%, most the KPC level get the ransomware, right? So some of them get the suffer with the data loss. So that's why we see the challenge from the market and we accept the challenge. We send to our partner, together with our partner, to build the trust for the, build the security for the end user. This is what we offer regarding the cloud services for your workload. Yeah, you can put your data in edge, you can put data in data center, and also you can put your data in colocation. What if the end user don't have the colocation? No need to worry, we can invest upfront to end user can use in the colocation. So end user can pay as per use with us using the one invoice monthly billing. Right. So what we offer is from the edge, migration, private cloud, SAP, and storage. Right. Offer the 70+ services to run your business in HPE GreenLake. The new thing from the HPE GreenLake is we bring the data fabric together in our services and customer engagement, payment with Lucis, and also we can create the private cloud enterprise with the bare metal, VMs, container, and also the storage. This is a new. We can do diligence together with the market in Indonesia actually, right? So also you can meet your co-innovator in the HPE GreenLake market. You can visit our market website, HPE GreenLake Marketplace. You can quick and easy plug and play around the 80+ industry leading partners, and this is ready for your private cloud. If anything you need to explore, we already create the one of the website is the hpe.com, HPE GreenLake Test Drive. You can sign up for free today. So you can see the environment from your organization start from deployment until the live production, right? This is the last slide for me. If anything you wanted to discuss later, meet me one-on-one and or drop me email and santioctavia@hpe.com. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Shanti, thank you so much. That's HPE just getting started here at the event. You'll hear from them again for the smart pitch session and tomorrow at the panel discussion. And of course, over the next 2.5 days, you'll have the opportunity for one-on-one meetings. So I want to thank you, HPE, for kicking off the conference here this afternoon. Our next presenter, I want to welcome to the stage the founder and CEO of RANSnet. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming, please, Randy Ran. Randy.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us for this event today. And I want to thank Gates for creating this opportunity for us to come in person so we can share our solutions together and see how we can add value to your business and how we can learn from you as well so that we can bring bigger success to your business. So I used to work as a network engineer for quite a few years. I worked in the product vendor, and I used to work in the service provider as well. So after work for almost 10 years, I realized that we have mostly been using products from US, Europe, India, China, Taiwan. So the motivation for me to start RANSnet was really to create something of our own, of Singapore. So RANSnet is a 100% Singapore company. Singapore and ASEAN, something that is in our region, in Southeast Asia. So after 10 years of hard work, I think we have managed to make something. And we initially have been working the Wi-Fi gateway. So before pandemic, we were empowering more than 2 million user logins a day in Singapore. So most of the hospitals, government hospitals, agencies, airports, Sentosa Island and all that are using our Wi-Fi gateways. Then we also have another solution, we call it SD Branch, which is targeting for the retail IoT industry, particularly focused on 4G and 5G solutions. So I think today's session, we are more going to focus on the SD Branch solution because just after the pandemic, we are seeing a lot of The recovery sectors are the retail, F&B chains. You're seeing a lot of small, the restaurants and retail shops which used to close during the pandemic are now starting to open up again and more. So those are the opportunities that we can potentially capitalize. And also the IoT deployments, we're talking about smart nation, smart city, driven by the government initiatives. So this, again, another huge growth area we should focus on. And our solution, SD Branch, is very much designed to capture these three growth areas. And why we call SD Branch, because it's meant to be an end-to-end solution, and also it's meant to connect everything within the branch network all the way to the headquarters to access your digital applications. And our value of our solution, particularly for these three sectors that we're talking about, is to help customers to save money, save costs, so that they can grow in their area of business, support their customers. So, and also improve the efficiency with a very comprehensive orchestration platform, and increase business uptime with 4G and 5G resiliency. So I'll probably just do a quick video sharing to see, particularly in the IoT space, what we have done just in the last couple of months. Can we play the video? So this is in our 5G router in the IBM Innovation Lab. So this is for autonomous taxi over 5G. The taxi is basically automated, and this is for autonomous petrol as a surveillance to replace human police walking around. So inside they have this 5G router. You see that small little antenna, and this is another robot that is used in the marine. On the top, there was our 5G router as well. So all the control is using 5G as backhaul. And this is a concierge, digital concierge, also using 5G as backhaul. Inside, have our 5G router. And this is a smart lamp pole placed around the streets with a lot of IoT sensors and gadgets. And this is a connected vehicle sweeper. So this, you can see the run state. That was by one of the institutions. So this, the driver actually sits in a very remote lab of 50 kilometers away, and this is for virtual ATM, or rather, this is for smart locker. Particularly with the online purchase, smart locker is one of the huge growth area, and this is an example to show our 5G router performance. We are actually the first vendor to be to be approved by a Singapore government agency, IMDA, to be a 5G enterprise router in Singapore early last year. So as you can see, just over 5G, you can get close to 1 gig, depends on the location, and for the download wirelessly. So that was the a short video on the use case, how our SD branch or 4G and 5G based SD branch solution is being used in driving the innovation, particularly in the robotics, in the transportation, in the IoT. And in fact, just within just a couple of, we launched earlier last year, okay, it's about 1 year. Our pipeline has really, just on the requirement on the 5G router alone, is really more than 10,000 units. That translates to more than 10 million US dollars pipeline. And then we have another area of focus is the retail and F&B chains. So the same solution, whether you have, because it's optional, whether you can have 5G or non-5G or 4G, or you probably don't have just a plain wireless router with SD-WAN capability to connect all the retail shops and F&B. So we have been, there's a lot of prominent, rather Fortune 500 companies that are using our SD branch solution already. Particularly in the retail sectors, you can see these are all reputable brands, whether it's Hermes or Club 21. Club 21 is one of the largest luxurious retail chain in Singapore. They carry a lot of expensive, expensive brands like LV and Chanel, all those things. So I will play another video as a reference by our customer from Club 21.
Hi, I'm Ian. I've been in this company for over 5 years, and we've been in the industry for over 20 years. And Grab has helped us a lot in our journey in digital transformation, especially during our recent COVID situation. And safety over different locations with different needs and different situations that we have to adapt the infrastructure. So the IT team, with the help of ResNet, was able to come up with solutions that lead to different occasions and different needs, especially when recent lockdown, and we were able to, within a very short period of time, let everybody over 80 of the time work from home remotely. It helped us at the time of need that provide us with a challenge within a period of time to do that resources. So why do we choose ResNet? In fact, we have been hunting around for different vendors, and we went through a couple of concepts, and we finally applied ResNet as our program choice. It was a time we had found that not only ResNet was able to meet our needs, both in terms of pricing and speed, but of course in a huge aspect of stability and security, especially when 80% of our staff are working from home. Our distribution centers need to go online as well, and to be able to cater to a tremendous surge in the demand for online resources, especially at the time during the lockdown. We are only able to sell online, and our retail stores are all basically closed and open. So ResNet provides our application to provide us with seamless solution that enable us not only continue to operate as a company and also continue to sell and communicate with our customers worldwide online. Over a period of time, we have staff from ResNet working directly with us in partnership, not only just as an in-house consultant or tech support, but they actually work with us to implement the entire system so that we can migrate over smoothly from our previous internet infrastructure, and to let both our customers and our colleagues to have a seamless experience migrating. This has increased our confidence both as having ResNet as our partner in arms to be able to rise up to meet different challenges as we move along in this rapid age of transformation and great change. ResNet solutions are not only holistic, simplified, but it is agile and able to adapt to our changing needs quickly. Imagine we need to open a pop-up store anywhere around the world within a short period of time. We are able to do that only with ResNet. I would recommend the ResNet to my other partners and other colleagues in the industry.
Thank you. Thank you for your attention on that. So the video, the reference is not really to bolster about ResNet. It's rather to share the potential opportunities that we can work together, that we can add value to you, so that we can win more business together, and we can, help your success. Because ResNet works with ecosystem of partners. We never deal direct with end customer. We don't build them. We always fulfill through our channel partners. So our channel partners like yourself, your success is our success. So we are depending on you. So we want you to see those are the potential areas that we can work together. So back to our solution on, in order to work together, we need to understand what are our solutions and how to fit into your potential customer's requirement. So just a little bit technical on the slides. So if you look at the left side, so that was the branch router. So that's basically whether it's 4G, 5G, or just wireless branch router, a router that has wireless Wi-Fi capability and optionally with 4G and 5G capability, and that connects to all the LAN devices within the branch or retail shop, whether it's a robot or ATM. So you will connect over a wide area network, whether it's a fixed line over MPLS or internet broadband or 4G or 5G, or we can even use Wi-Fi as WAN. That means you can connect to another Wi-Fi as the upstream for internet to established tunnel to the gateway. So the gateway is basically where the headquarter sits, where the application sits. It could be in a data center, or it could be in the customer headquarter office, or you could be in the cloud. Because our gateway can be a hardware appliance. We have many different models of hardware appliance. And it can be a virtual gateway, sits in the cloud. So we have already tested with like Azure, AWS, and we like to put in our HP cloud as well. So then we also have, so the gateway basically helps to establish tunnel with all the branches. You can have hundreds and thousands of branches. So we have different models of gateway, and everything can be managed. You probably see from the video from a dashboard at fingertips from a single pane of glass. So the orchestrator, the mFusion, the name of the orchestrator is called mFusion, helps to massively deploy zero-touch provisioning, massively deploy hundreds and thousands of remote locations, configurations, all push at a fingertip. And you can have full visibility on the device operating status, on the link operating status, on the traffic routing. And we can even potentially monitor your devices behind that branch router. You could have some IoT sensor or CCTV, or could be some application servers behind it. We can also use the same mFusion to monitor them, because we do support third-party devices monitoring as well. Because our objective, again, is to be an open platform. Our objective is to facilitate your success. And you would have customers with different environments, so that we can provide you a platform to serve your customers and supporting even different third-party devices, not just about RANSNet alone, because ultimately you need to provide customer with a complete solution. So that also comes down to one of our differentiator compared with some other routers. You have seen that we have a complete solution. We have gateway and orchestrator. Then the orchestrator is one of the key differentiator, because it provides you a whole capability for the whole operational life cycle, from zero-touch provisioning of the devices until massive configuration management, which can be template-based. So many of you would have experience with some of the controller-based wireless AP management. So the same concept for us to manage the SD branch routers. You can have template for firewall, template for Wi-Fi, wireless configuration, template for hotspot configuration for routing. That means if you want to change something for 1,000 sites, you just need to change a setting on the template, and you will massively push to 1,000 devices at the same time, instead of going to each one of them. So we are basically, I study as an engineer. We are engineers. The whole solution is designed by engineers for engineers. And we developed it, we designed this, and we develop this, and we support you with the engineering platform so that you can support your customers. So from management, monitoring, alerting, reporting, automated, and dashboard. And important is the dashboard is also customizable, and the report, automated report is also customizable. That means it's white labelable. You can put your own logo when you automate the report to send to the customer, and so the customer feel it's your service. And when customer log into the same dashboard, because the dashboard is very critical for many customers today to have the same level of visibility on your support team, so that they have this service transparency. They also get instant feedback or information on what's going on in the network. But when they log in the dashboard, you can have your company logo or customer logo, so that they feel as if it's your service. Just now our IDC presentation is saying customers are focusing on outcome-based results. So in the early days, customers buy technologies, buy products, they buy brands. When they pay the money, they say, I want this brand, I want that product. But today they buy solutions, they buy service from you. They focus on the outcome. So it's a huge opportunity for you to use the platform white labeled with your logo, so that when you send to the end customer, the report is your report, and it's your service. Customers see your company. You are no longer just a reseller of another brand. You are the service provider, the managed service provider. You are enabling their business. So that's the end goal we want to be. We want to be part of your success, part of your solution. And another very key differentiator is our Wi-Fi monetization capability. In the introduction, I mentioned we started building Wi-Fi gateways with Captive Portal. The Wi-Fi gateway was actually to add value to Wi-Fi. That means the Wi-Fi Captive Portal or user management, guest management over Wi-Fi. So the same technology is being merged into our SD branch as well, so that in a branch network, for example, Club 21 or F&B restaurant, when they offer, when they just subscribe to the same connectivity for both their internal transaction over a secure VPN link, and at the same time, they can slice part of the bandwidth to offer guest Wi-Fi. And with guest Wi-Fi, then you can use our Wi-Fi monetization capability to flash Captive Portal. That means when they connect to the Wi-Fi, they see a welcome page. And it's not just a simple welcome page. We actually have a cloud-based advertising platform. That means you can schedule and manage your campaigns, your banners. That means at different time of the day when the customer come, they see different ads. They see different banners, can be video, can be different image. So it's a very effective way for you to engage the end customer. Okay, so it's no longer, and if you put up the potential return from the monetization, especially for F&B chains, if you consider the returns from the Wi-Fi monetization and the additional value, for example, additional sales revenue by more effectively engaging the customer, this whole thing, the infrastructure, is no longer a cost center to them, because it's more like an investment platform, investment center for them, because you put, if you're getting just a router or an internet link or a third-party device that just provides the base connectivity, it's a cost to them. But this generates a lot more additional value, and it turns the cost center into a revenue-generating platform. So there's a lot of reference customers from over the years, and from all the very prominent brands up to the banks, government agencies. So we can discuss more over our one-to-one meeting later on. So I'll just flash through this. And a little bit more deep dive into the specific models and products for especially the branch routers for different situations. So I will just quickly flash through this. So we have different series of the branch routers for different use case, with both 4G, Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi 5, 5G, and Wi-Fi 6, or integrated for different use case. So again, I will just quickly go through this. We can get more. We can discuss more details over the one-to-one meeting. And this gateway, we have multiple sizes of gateways. Actually, even there can be a SD-WAN gateway to establish VPN tunnel for the branch routers, or you can just simply use it as a high-speed broadband router. So like, for example, in Singapore, two of the largest telcos both use our gateway as high-speed internet broadband routers. Because if you turn on address translation, stateful firewall inspection, and with router capability all-in-one, we deliver wire speed at a fraction of the cost of other big brands. So, and also it comes with all other cloud management capabilities. So the 5G router, this is still one of the very few which I haven't seen, at least in Singapore, in the market that I'm aware of. We haven't seen a second 5G router, 5G millimeter wave router with enterprise capability. we can probably have some consumer-grade 5G millimeter wave router, but the ones that with enterprise capability, SD-WAN enterprise capability, we are still the only one today as of today, and it has already been deployed by Micron, okay, the chip maker. So it has, I mean, that's a huge endorsement on the capability of the device itself used by this large company. And this is the 5G C-band, that means the mid-band router. It supports dual 5G SIM. And again, dual 5G SIM is probably one of the very few 5G router that has dual 5G SIM capability with enterprise features. You will have some routers that say, oh, I can support dual SIM. But their dual SIM is really active standby. So the primary SIM fail, you take a very long time to read out to fail over to the backup SIM. So for our dual SIM is active. Both SIM cards are active. You can do aggregation, you can do WAN bonding, and the failover is almost seamless. You can probably get 1 or 2 packet drop. And again, there's a lot of deployment for that. For that dual SIM 5G router alone, we already have more than 7,000 in the pipeline. So the lower end is the UA800X, is the compact version of 5G router. So that one is more designed, it's probably, again, first of its kind, especially consider the size of it and also the performance of it. It's a very small, compact 5G router designed for mobility, for robotics, and IoT. So the performance is, if you look at the performance, we'll share this later on anyway. The performance is like 1 gig and with 4 to 500 meg throughput, VPN throughput for a very tiny router. And we have customers, real customer deployed by Hyundai, the electrical vehicle manufacturer in Singapore, and deploy inside the robotics, in the AGV robotics, in one of the largest EV factory in the world by Hyundai, and we're going to deploy a lot more in the charging station in Korea as well. So that model, that's one 4G. We also have 4G version. This has been deployed. We have deployed this, thousands of this in Indonesia, in the banks, in the retail, in the government agencies as well. So because of the time, so I will just quickly flash through. We have a very low-end 4G router, cost-effective budget, but it comes with all the key features as well. So the last slide is really just about that orchestrator. We can always discuss more when we do the one-to-one meeting. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you at the booth. Yeah. Hey, thanks, man. Sorry for the overrun.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Randy. At this point, we're going to switch gears and we're going to start the Smart Pitch session. Just to get us prepared, I want to invite the first presenters, Cososis, ZopSmart, HPE, Western Digital, and Epson, to make your way to this corner of the room, if you haven't already. So that's Cososis, ZopSmart, HPE, Western Digital, and Epson. If you could make your way to Wendy over there, raising her hand, to make sure everyone is in order with the microphone when they take the stage. Everyone else, all channel partners in the room should have been given a voting device. Take it out, keep it close at hand. This is the time we're going to ask you to use it. Everything you see at this event is ready for deployment, is ready for the marketplace today, but we wanted to capture a little bit of the spirit of the technology startup and their elevator pitches, and we decided to create the Smart Pitch session. You know, there are so many vendors with such big product portfolios, it's impossible for you to see everything. So in sort of a rapid fire format, in the elevator pitch format, we're going to invite them to take the stage and in just 90 seconds, 1.5 minutes, to pitch their best products and technology. And to gamify it a little bit more, to turn up the pressure, to make it more exciting, All channel partners are going to have the opportunity to choose the best in class in each category. We have awards after each series of presentations. So this is meant to be a fun session. It's meant to be informative. It's an opportunity to see some of the best and brightest here at the event. Keep that voting device close at hand. We're going to ask you to choose at the time of the vote the one that you think is the best of the best in that category. The device itself is very easy to use. All you have to do is press the number of the company that you want to vote for. We'll give you 20 seconds to make that selection, sweep the room, and then live and in real time, you will see the winner. So that's where we're at. We're going to get started with our first presenter. This is the innovation category. If we can go to our smart pitch slides here. It's the smart pitch we'll queue up. So Joshua, if you could display on your, yeah, there we go. All right. Next slide, if you would, please. All right, so it's all about rapid fire in 3 categories. We're going to have awards. You're going to decide the best in innovation. This represents the product or technology that has a quantum leap forward in terms of functions and features. Another category, game changer, which is not so much about hardware or solution, but a fully integrated offer. And this is about something that really turns the marketplace upside down, is something completely different, completely new. And then the last award is not about the product or solution itself, but about the power of the pitch man or the pitch woman, how convincing you found that representative on stage. So keep that in mind as we proceed with this session. This is Smart Pitch. This is the best of the best here at the event. And first up in the innovation category, Kasosis, if you'll join us on stage. All right, welcome to you. You have the tall challenge of kicking it off.
Yep.
90 seconds, only 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Your pitch starts right now.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be here. Before I start my pitch, just would like to thank Gates for organizing this thing again. I bumped into the chief of Gates, Ashish, a while ago, and we were exchanged pleasantries, and we were saying that, well, Ashish, it looks good. And Ashish looked at me, and, wow, it looks good too. It looks good too, all right? So that's the COVID effect on me after hiatus of 2 years. But nevertheless, I'm glad Gates is organizing this thing back again, and I try to promise to Ashish at least, I'll try to be like this again in the next event. Okay, my name is Daniel. I'm from Kososis Far East, Singapore. I represent an award-winning multi-platform support, easy to use, very lightweight, very granular data loss prevention solutions called the EPP, shorts for Endpoint Protection Solution. So this is the very granular data loss prevention solution that has been researched and developed in Cluj, Romania, and it has been in the market for the past 15 years or so. Please feel free to come to my booth number 17. All right, I promise to you that this solution is not one of the another boring DLP solutions. What we're going to do is that we can save your data, every file, all right, every day, anytime, all right, so they can sleep at night soundly and know that tomorrow your data is still safe. Thank you.
Thank you. So the first statement he makes is that our managing director, Ashish, looks quite good. No extra points for flattery, you know that, huh? And unless you compliment me, but okay.
Okay, I'll start with that.
All right.
Does my time start now?
No,
Can
no,
you
no.
guys hear me at the back?
I'll give you some extra time if you want to say something nice about me.
Oh, I like the tie.
All right.
And the shoes as well.
Thank you.
All
Extra
right.
points. ZopSmart, your 90 seconds begins right now.
Now, okay. My name is Mukesh, and I'm the founder at ZopSmart. We are a retail tech company. Our platform processes slightly more than $20 billion annually. We have customers in North America, Singapore, and Middle East. And what we do is help our retailers with their omni-channel journey. So now we have helped our retailers in improving the top line by almost 20-odd %, in some cases improved the store operations by almost 300 odd percentage, improved the logistics and the supply chain cost by 25 odd percentage. But what really excites me is the recent innovation that we are doing, especially on the drone deliveries. How many of you would like to have an ice cream in the next 10 minutes? Raise your hands. There you go, right? As we are talking, probably some customer in US ordered a box of popcorn, a chocolate chip cookies, and a box of ice cream to be delivered to her in the next 10 minutes to accompany her with her Netflix movie. So that's the kind of thing that we are doing. And while ice cream may not be super healthy, we do, in cases, if somebody needs medicines in a very remote location, which can be 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers away, we do via drone. And we are in the process of setting up a pilot in Australia, wherein imagine you as a customer are standing inside a store, like a pair of shirt, but the size is not available in the specific store. The drone is going to pick it up from a nearby store and deliver it to you in the next 15 minutes. So that's the kind of thing we are doing. Just like my last presenter, we do have some gold coins in booth number 20, which is applicable for the first 20 participants who are going to come and visit us. Please do come if you want to understand a bit more about retail, the good and the bad and the ugly one. Am I within 90 seconds?
You are just over, but I think you promised, if I'm not mistaken, to deliver ice cream in 10 minutes to everyone
Yes.
here by a drone.
Yeah,
All
there it
right,
is.
he gets the award. We're done here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Our next presenter in the innovation category, I want to welcome back to the stage HPE. Welcome, Shanti. Before you had a keynote opportunity, which is 15 full minutes. Here you have 1.5, 90 seconds. What is
right.
most compelling about your product? Your smart pitch begins right now.
All right, thank you. I'm Shanta Tavia. Right now, I will. Why HPE GreenLake? Because we are leadership and technology. We create the one solution so you can put your data in the edge, you can put your data in colocation, or you can put your data in data center. Oh, maybe you can ready to go to public clouds. The whole thing you can use as a self-services, pay as per use, and we can manage for you so we can bring the cloud experience to you. The whole thing, why HPE GreenLake? Because we are leadership and technology. The important thing is that you can choose your partner, choose your application, with or without HPE GreenLake, you decide it. Thank you.
Thank you. Great presentation. And I think you might deserve a few extra points for color coordinating your outfit today. Well done. Our next presenter in the innovation category, I want to welcome to the stage Western Digital. Welcome to you. Like all the others, just 90 seconds. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, it begins right now. Wait just a moment. I don't think the microphone is on. Can we activate the microphone? Here, let's switch. I'll start back with 90 seconds. I'll give you the full opportunity. It begins right now.
My name is Veronica Lim, the sales manager of Western Digital in Indonesia. Western Digital, one of the biggest storage manufacturer company in one of the biggest storage manufacturer company in the world that provide hard drive and flash storage to our customers. When we talk about data, when it comes to data, everything grows, be it from the size, from the quantity, from the format, from the resolution, value, and many more. And people and businesses looks for the best way to effectively and efficiently store their data, and that is where Western Digital comes to provide and deliver the massive capacity, performance, reliability, and at the same time, the best and lowest TCO, okay? I want to let you know that all this can only happen with the latest technology that Western Digital deliver, which is the Optinent technology, the HelioSeal, the TSA, the EPMR. I'll explain later, offline after this, since this is only 90 seconds. So with this 22 terabyte, the highest capacity in the industry is just launched recently, okay, this year, and it is for our NAS segment, for the IT data center segment, and also for the smart video surveillance segment. So from the cloud to the edge, Western Digital play a very critical and critical role to capture your data, to store your data, okay, and to protect your data, also to analyze your data that shapes every aspect of our human's life.
And
So-
time's up.
That's time's up. Okay.
I'll give you a last word. Go.
If you're interested in Western Digital's technology and product, come and see me offline. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. So everything grows with data, including opportunity. Thank you for bringing that to us to the stage. Our final presenter in the innovation category, I want to welcome Epson. If you'll join us up on stage. Welcome to
Okay.
you. I know you need just a moment to plug in here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Wait.
As you're evaluating these products and technologies, keep in mind it's the innovation category, what represents a quantum leap forward in terms of functions and features. In just a moment, you'll let us know with the vote, but right now,
Yes.
your smart pitch begins, 90 seconds, go.
Okay. Noted. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you for your time. My name is Acep Setiawan, member of Pre-Sales PT Epson Indonesia. Today, I will show you one of the innovation that we have, especially for a projector. This is a laser projector EF100, which is a projector for home entertainment solution. With this product, you will feel like you have a private cinema at home. And then this project is capable of producing an incredible bright and colorful image up to 150 inches. And then with the compact size, allow you to carry and install this projector anywhere, anytime as you need. Okay, I will do a simple demonstration to show you how this product easy to use. Okay. This is the projector. Okay, you can
You wanna hold
project
it?
any angle up to 360 degree, and then also this projector is built-in with Android TV. Okay, if you have interest with the innovation, please come to our booth and let's discuss to more detail. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoy this presentation.
You know, I've done a lot of these smart pitch sessions, and I always think it's brave to do a product demo on stage, and it worked flawlessly. So
Yes, thank you very much.
good job. All right, at this point, all channel partners with the voting device, we're going to ask you to make a selection. We're going to give you 20 seconds to choose the best of the best innovation you saw on stage here in these last 5 presentations. Just simply press the number of the company that you would like to vote for. That's all you have to do. After 20 seconds, we immediately sweep the room, collect, aggregate, and display the results live and in real time. If you are the winner, one of those 5 companies, we're going to ask you to come back on stage to collect the award. The best innovation here at Gates Smart Pitch. Go ahead and make your choice right now. Press 1 for Casosis, 2 for ZopSmart, 3 for HPE, 4 for WDC, and 5 for Epson. The top innovation in this category. Time is almost up. We're going to see what is your choice. Channel partners, who do you want to recognize for the best innovation? I hope it doesn't take us 90 seconds to get the results. And the winner is, let's see, wait a minute. Congratulations to ZopSmart. I still have a doubt if the winner is the product or solution or if it's the promise of ice cream to everyone, but congratulations to ZopSmart in the innovation category. Our next presenters, I want to ask them to come join us in the corner of the room if they're not already there. It's EG Innovation, uSecure, AWS, Parasoft, and Ransnet. In this category, we move from innovation now to game changer. First up, I want to welcome to the stage EG Innovation. You'll join us. Like the others, you have 90 seconds only. Maybe I'll give you 1 or 2 extra seconds if you promise us ice cream or you compliment us, but your 90 seconds begins right. Is it on?
Okay, testing. Okay,
All
good.
right. Your 90 seconds begins right now.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Keegan from EG Innovations. How many of you remember the good old .com days where you all engaged someone to design your website? How many here? Website hosting, including your domain name registration. How many of you? Yeah, the good old days. Okay, so of course, fast forward time, in the modern era, all these things can be easily done because there are a lot more options, more platforms for people to basically do their own website, right? You don't have to basically engage people to design your site. You can do it yourself. You don't have to get people to do your domain name registration, hosting, all these, there's cloud, there's all this automation, right? All this comes in modernization. So the thing is that, do you want to be a vendor or say a SRMSP that provide the same service of web hosting, designing, and all those things, okay, that the customer can do it themselves? Is there a value for partners like you guys to do all this same scope of work? Or do you want to be like any other SI and MSP where they offer the same services? Is there a differentiator? Can you differentiate yourself today, right, in the myriad of partners and providers around the world, right? Or do you want to be a person, SI or MSP, where you all can do something different that the partner or the customer cannot do themselves? Do you want to go up the value chain? Okay, so that's what EG is all about. EG basically is a flagship product of EG Innovations, and we are a provider of converged application and infra monitoring. Of course, we also provide monitoring for the cloud deployments into digital workspaces and more, right? So if you think about EG, think innovations, EG Innovations. Okay, thank you.
And exactly 90 seconds. Well done.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do I get extra time for that?
Yeah. You can give the microphone here. I want to welcome to the stage our next presenter in the Game Changer category, USecure.
Thank you. Can I start now?
Not yet. Fair is square.
Okay.
I got to wait till you're comfortably on stage and you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
And you have 90 seconds. It begins.
No. Okay.
No, not yet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Not yet.
cyber.
Not yet.
Sorry.
You have 90 seconds and it begins. I'm just turning up the pressure a little bit more. Okay, you have 90 seconds and it begins. It begins right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, cybersecurity is a major issue. All right. We have got infrastructure providers over here providing most of the solutions and everything. But at the end of the day, the weakest link in cybersecurity is human. Compared to process, technology, and human, I think that human is still the major issue that we all have seen. Statistics have shown close to there is about 15 million mail spams daily. Okay, I don't know whether you guys know these facts. It is there. And 84% have actually mentioned that training and awareness is lacking within the staff. So one top question I'd like to ask everybody, how much do you actually spend or make your own employees ready for cybersecurity risk? That's where USecure come in. We bring in a solution to evaluate, calculate, and educate cyber risk on your employees itself. Okay, a simple product to be seen. Come to my booth at B18 so I can blow your mind off, and I hope I'm not going to blow myself out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. If I understood part of that pitch, you were going to help us reduce the amount of spam in our inbox, so definitely extra points for that one. I want to welcome to the stage our next presenter in the Game Changer category, AWS. Welcome to you. I know the AWS team has a keynote tomorrow, 15 minutes, but I can only give you 90 seconds right now,
Sure.
and it begins right now.
Okay. Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm from West Comstor Indonesia. I'm leading the cloud division in the West Comstor Indonesia. We've been distributing AWS for over 7 years across APAC. Together with AWS, we are transforming the journey of the cloud business landscape in Indonesia. So the buying pattern is changing, our customer is changing, so are we. We transform ourselves to become the digital distribution by utilizing our digital tools and also the process, the data-driven process. We are enabling our partner to keep relevant with the technical capabilities and make them profitable by utilizing our tools and to deliver the managed service to your end customer. So if you are interested to do business with AWS and cloud, please visit us in the booth number B17. So thank you very much.
Thank you. A reminder, we're in the game changer category. Our next presentation comes from Parasoft. If you'll join us on stage, like the others, just 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds only. And it begins right now.
Hey, wait. Hold the lift. Hi, my name is Stanley. I'm from Parasoft.
Hai, nama saya Yinfei. Saya dari Malaysia. We are a software distributor for cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, very important, right? And Parasoft has the solution for you. We can help you check your code, right? Make sure that it's secure, make sure that it's good quality, make sure it's stable. We can also test your software. And we can have a platform for you to see what's going on and to help your development team. You know, compliance, very painful also, but Parasoft, we are the solution.
Oh, tak faham.
Well, okay. Let's put it this way. I'm from Parasoft. Parasoft helps you with your cybersecurity, making sure that your software is of good quality, stable, secure. Okay? And then compliance, yeah? Compliance. Painful. Parasoft, painkiller.
Connection. Even some of the rural area is only available for VSAT. So at this stage, I would like to share to you one of the most hype product from Randstad that thousands of the box can already deploy it across the Asia Pacific. This is a UA800X. This is 5G enterprise routers, high speed throughput internet. SD1 devices router can be put it outside. This is because this is industrial grade SD branch router. And everything that you need basically is M-Fusion and also access internet from the 5G. That's the things that like robotic, IoT, and all the things can be packed, all the things in the kind, like very little router here. And everything like report alert, and then also including provisioning, alert, dashboard, everything will be on our orchestrator. So the only one you need is only browser for engineer, no more console.
Okay, as I promised, there is going to be one more award in just a moment, but to do the honors of handing that out, I'd like to welcome Ashish Kapahi to the stage. If you'll join us, he is the Managing Director of Gate Summit and one of the reasons we are all here this afternoon. Over 6 years ago, he had the crazy idea of reaching out to the channel leaders from across the region and bringing them together at one place, one time. Surprise, surprise, look up, look around, we're still here. So thank you very much, Ashish. You are going to be giving the award for the best presentation. It's not going to be easy. We're going to bring back what was determined to be the top 5 presentations by a jury in the back of the room. But we only have one award, so we're going to ask channel partners to choose the best of the best in those presentations. Ashish, if you could take the trophy over there. And in just a moment, we're going to bring the 5 to the screen in front. Channel partners, you know what to do. This is the last time you are going to vote in this session here. You're going to come in contact with the voting device again tomorrow night. We're going to meet at the gala dinner for the ICT Industry Excellence Awards. That's an opportunity again for channel partners to select exceptional performance by vendors in Southeast Asia over the past year. We're going to be using voting devices to give awards tomorrow night at the gala dinner. All right, when we get that top 5 ready, we're going to display it on the screen. All right, there you are. ZopSmart, HPE, EG Innovation, USecure, and Parasoft were determined to be the top 5 presentations. Channel partners, now's the time. Make your selection. Best of the best in presentation. ZopSmart, HPE, EG Innovation, uSecure, and Parasoft are your choices. Three seconds remaining. If you haven't made your selection, do it now because we have closed the vote. Here we are, the best of the best in presentations this afternoon at Gates Smart Pitch. The winner is... Congratulations one more time to Parasoft, if you'll join us on stage to collect that award. All right, congratulations one more time to all our winners. Thank you very much for participating in the Smart Pitch session. Again, it's meant to be rapid fire, it's meant to be fun. All these products and solutions, you'll have a chance to see more in the exhibition area over the course of the event. Now, before I let you go, I just wanted to say a brief word about something we've done differently this year. Most of you have been asked to register through the Connect system for the first time for this event. This is an idea of bringing all of our resources, our knowledge, our network together at one place. We're not just scheduling the meetings through this platform, but it's meant to be a resource before, during, and after the event. I want to show a brief video to say a little bit more about the purpose of the platform and how it's going to grow. So if you'd play that Connect video for us, I'd appreciate it.
Are you an established brand looking to grow your audience? A new-to-market brand that's just starting out? A reseller, distributor, or system integrator with a growing business? Or do you just want to simplify your channel communications? No matter what your goals are, Connect can help.
Connect is the ultimate channel platform that gets you and your audience talking. Vendors, channels, distributors, and resellers can now communicate easily and efficiently.
We're Asia's largest independent technology channel community.
Connect serves up-and-coming markets and helps tech vendors and channels
reach your target audience, address potential partners, get better insights and analytics, offer deals and trade securely, run polls and collect feedback, hire industry talent, and most of all, provide measurable ROI and make business growth happen economically and efficiently.
Joining Connect is easy.
Sign in securely with your Google, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn account.
It's intuitive, user-friendly, safe, and it stores your interaction history. And the great thing is, your audience doesn't have to download anything because it's all web-based.
Companies like AMD, Cisco, CrowdStrike, Dell Technologies, Epson, HP Enterprise, Gigabyte, Schneider Electric, Toshiba, Western Digital, Red Hat, and Zoho trust Connect.
So, that's it. Isn't it time you do the same?
Connect, bringing together technology channels everywhere, every day.
So this is the big picture on Connect. What does it mean for us here? It's extra functions, features, things that we might find to be useful and efficient here for the event. All of you have seen this screen when you sign in, when you schedule the meetings, when you confirm the meetings. You see circled up in the corner. If I can bring my slides back to the screen, please. Yep. You see circled up in the corner the number of confirmed meetings. If you were to press on that to get to the meetings themselves, you see on the right-hand column, there is a notes section. So this is meant to be a resource during and also after the event. As you do the meetings, you can make notes here that will remain. You have an opportunity with just one user and login to see over the course of the event all the meetings, to keep track of all those sessions. So it brings up a box, you simply type in your notes and you click save, and it will remain inside of your profile after the event. So just a final word, it's about the platform, it's about the event. We also have a staff of people here to help. If you need extra meetings, if you need us to facilitate any introductions, if you need explanations on the technology, don't hesitate to reach out. We have a registration desk. We also have a dedicated help desk that will be outside the exhibition area. Don't be shy. If we can help you with anything, make this more efficient, more productive business, that's what we're here to do. At this point, that's the conclusion of our conference. We're going to now open the doors. We're going to release you to the open air. We have one-on-one meetings scheduled for a bit this afternoon, and we're going to meet again tonight at 7:30 for the cocktail reception. That's going to take place on the lawn between the hotel and the beach. Open air, it's a relaxed, a nice way for networking, to meet your friends in what is an incredibly beautiful venue here in Bali. So thank you very much for joining us for the opening conference. I wish you a great afternoon, and I will see you back here again tomorrow morning at 9:30. Thank you again.